I'm obscenely late today. Yo, I wasn't gonna do this today. I got other stuff to do. I was tired. I had to get over here to the studio, blah, 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 yakety schmackety. And I didn't feel like, some of y'all get up and you don't feel like doing that. You want to sleep life away. Good morning. I'm Troy Rawlings. Welcome to the Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. It's Wednesday, the 17th. I think I said it was the 14th yesterday. It's Wednesday, the 17th of June. For y'all that don't know why I'm doing this every morning and looking to do this for 52 weeks, I started June 1st. It's because one of my missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. Let me share this with some folks that may be up in Adam live. I don't know who is. I don't know who will be. But yeah, let me share it with a few folks that I think are the morning crew, morning team. How y'all doing? Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? So, hey Ruth, how are you? Ruth, Miss Cutting Up. I didn't feel like doing this morning. But here's the funny thing I thought about. I do it for me. What I'm on today? I'm on love, baby. June is all about self-love. One of my missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. So I write books on it. I write articles on it. Big shout out. Hey, Jen. South Kakalaki, right? I gotta get my water, lubricate the chassis, because with this tongue and these lips, ladies, I'll be fumbling over words. Be fumbling. Good morning, Jen. All right, Troy Rawlings Morning Edition. If you haven't caught it yet, you can go back and watch the replays. It's all about love. In the month of June, I'm talking about self-love. North Carolina. I don't know why I keep wanting you to be in South Carolina. North Carolina. What part of North Carolina? Yo, first off, real quick, and I'm going to see how quickly I can do this without a bunch of BS, because I usually like to come on here and talk. I love watching you. Thank you, baby. I'm a comedian, too. I know you're a comedian. One day, you and me, Mel in Milwaukee. Me and you in Milwaukee? Let's make it happen. Are you coming to the Comics Rock Convention this year? It's in July. Or have you been? Did I meet you at the Comics Rock in person, or we just know each other online? Yo, shout out. I don't know, because you see it backwards because I'm live on this camera. Okay. Yes. We're going to get it in, Ruth. We're going to get it in. Carpe MFDM is one of my brands. C's the most fabulous, more fantastic, more fundamental, many faceted. Okay. So, but Jen Hunt. Thank you, Jen Hunt, for making me merch ideas. This glass, cigar brandy holder, some room keychains. Thank you, Jen, for putting. Thank you, just thank you. Yeah, self-love. So we're talking about self-love. I want to see how quickly I can run through this if I don't BS as much. Usually I'm just talking. It's like an hour. I'm sitting here chilling with y'all, rocking and rolling. But it's late. But here's the thing I had to kick myself in the ass about this morning. If you want to get up and exercise, if you have to do your morning stretches, if you have a walk, if you do morning devotional, any of that stuff, if you wake up late or you don't feel like it, you still do it? You still do it? Especially if you're on your own schedule. If you're late for work and you got to punch a clock, that's one thing. But for me, I'm doing these recordings and I'm putting them on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I'm putting this content out for replay purposes, for content later on. For my daughter, who's 14 now, I love you, Zoe, who may need to watch it later on this year, 10 years from now. For me writing more books. Big shout out to Sheen Magazine, one of my media sponsors. You can get the Sheen Magazine, the latest copy, anywhere around the nation, around the world. And your boy being there, Dear Troy. Big shout out to Reach LA Angels. I have a blog drop in a day. Sometime today we'll have another blog. I get to talk to y'all weekly through that. And I got at least 3 more books I need to put out, or I get to put out in the next year. But I get to come on here and talk to y'all like I talk to me. And why I'm able to rebound and all that stuff has to do with self-love. And this is not a religious broadcast. The only thing religious about it is like brushing teeth. We're going to try and do it every day, 5 days a week. All right. But self-love. Before we get started in that, some breathing, do a short prayer, give some birthday shout outs, and then we're going to get underway. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We'll see how quickly I can go through this if I'm not BSing a lot. But still talking, still being me. And since I got Ruth and Jen in here, if y'all got time to rock with me. If there be 2, there'll be 2,000. Do what I do. Let me tell y'all something. It's Carpe MFDM. It says Carpe MFDM. It's gonna look backwards to you guys, but seize a more fantastic day. All right, let's breathe, y'all. This is not breath work per se, but maybe it is. Maybe I don't know what breath work is. Maybe breath work is just breathing. Let's drop the shoulders. Snap your fingers. Do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Baby. Oh, sorry. I can't. Tell us something good. I got you. You got to rock with me. Get your pen and pad. Today we're going to talk about embracing imperfections. Finding beauty in your flaws. It's about self-love, but let's get into breathe. All right. Relax your shoulders. If you're not driving, if you're not walking, you shouldn't be walking. Look at your phone anyway. Stop that. You're going to run into somebody. You're going to fall in a ditch. You said a woman that fell in that pothole, the manhole cover, and now I'm not walking on them ever again. She walked on that joint. She went straight down to hell. Her and the Ninja Turtles. Just. Okay. All right. I haven't been drinking. This is just coffee. It's just coffee. I'm trying to leave the drinking alone. All right. Joey. All right. Inhale through your nose. Relax your shoulders. Inhale through your nose. Try to come from your diaphragm. Ladies and gentlemen, like you holding your breath underwater, like you taking a breath to sing. Jen, you're a singer, you know about the diaphragm situation. So you can inhale deep through your nose. Inhale. Love, joy, peace. Exhale. Fear, doubt, anger, hate. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Quick prayer. Father, thank you for everybody that's tuned in that will see this later on the recap. Thank you for waking us up with sound minds, activity of all our limbs, our senses working intact, divine health from the crown of our heads and soles of our feet. Thank you for our loved ones and those that are not able to see this or won't see this, but pray this blesses somebody just like it blesses me. In your precious name we pray. Amen. All right. Dale Biker, what it do? What it do? Welcome in. All right. Y'all with me? And I won't be able to see everybody's comments, but you can't take my joy. Come on, you can't take my joy. What did it do, girl? I think it's a girl. I think I know who that is. All right, welcome to Troy Rawlings. I gotta lubricate the chassis, baby. The tongue and these lips be acting a fool in the morning. Take it how you want it. Take it how you want it. All right. And you can catch the past replays on my Troy Rawlings live YouTube channel. We're 10, 12, we 12 days in, y'all. 12 days, about 12 hours worth of joy, self-love teachings. Let's do some of these birthdays, and let's get out of this Zen music, because I'm good with the Zen now. I need a little up-tempo in my life. How y'all feeling this morning? This round. Share it with somebody who may need some joy this morning, and it will be on my timeline. Also, anybody who doesn't have my ebook, But Naked Honest, Conversational Foreplay for Dating, Asking the Hard Questions Up Front. I know it's a long title. If you want the ebook, it's a regular book too. You can order it online, Barnes & Noble. In the store, if you go to Barnes & Noble in the store, you can ask for Troy Rawlings. Troy Rawlings, author, has a book called Butt Naked Honest. They'll get it to you, the actual book. But if you're on here and you DM me, I would like the book. I'm gonna send you, put your email in the DM, and I'll send it to you. How y'all doing? How you feel? Hey, what's up? Oh, this thing. And if somebody does want to give a donation, I'll put that up here too. All right, that's enough. That's a lot. And the ebook, if you're here and you want the ebook, it's free. I'll give it to you for free, so don't worry about it. But if you want to send a donation, it's down there too. All right, let's get underway. Birthdays today. I was doing celebrity birthdays, but I thought about it. I was like, I don't know any of these celebrities. I knew like 2 of the celebrities out of the days I was doing them. But why not go back to the base? Facebook sends me, and I have thousands of friends on Facebook, and they probably get this later. And I can tag these real people who I know, who have affected my life in a great way. So let me say happy birthday to some real folks. Happy birthday. I'm from Baltimore, so sometimes my birth is going to sound like birth. And I'm not going to correct it anymore today. So happy birthday to my man Antonio Charity, actor, amazing father, cool dude. Happy birthday, Antonio. Happy birthday to my Be More girl, who's here in Los Angeles, doing her thing. Realtor, mortgage company owner. What can I not say about Erica? Erica Jones. Happy birthday, girl. My man Brandon K. Brown, bass player. I don't know what note that is. Happy birthday, Brandon K. Brown. Producer of Unsung and all these amazing projects. TV producer, film producer, P. Frank Williams. Happy birthday, P. Frank, my guy. Who else? Sean Caesar. Once DJ, I don't know how many of y'all remember that Sean Caesar used to DJ too. Producer, owner of Unruly Records, I think, right? Downtown Locker Room, I don't know your affiliation, but Sean Caesar's the man. Sean Caesar, happy birthday. Dr. Renee Parks, happy birthday. Keno Davis, which one is this? Is this the son or the father? Oh, this is son, because I know the father's way older than 37. Happy birthday, Keno Jr. And that's it for today, y'all. Who did I miss yesterday? Did I miss anybody yesterday? Comedian James Davis, some other people. All right, y'all. Janelle May, happy birthday, girl. If you're watching this or you see this later. Comedian Ray, happy birthday. I missed you yesterday. All right, that's enough because I can go on and on. But happy birthday to some of my our Facebook friends and family who will interchange with this and may see this. But happy birthday, y'all. Enjoy your day. All right, y'all. Today, we are in the month of self-love. Make sure I see y'all. I can see comments and I can't because Instagram be hating, especially because I'm talking about love. Last week, on Wednesday of last week, I had the interview of all interviews. I got the interview, and let me let y'all know this now. If any of my celebrity friends or somebody I've been wanting to interview come on here and they say they can go live, this whole thing shifts into my media brain and we go into a live interview and you're going to get some juiciness. Last week, it was Dr. Hadia Nicole Green, the sister who has developed and invented a nanotechnology using lasers to kill and destroy and cure cancer. And she needs our help funding so she can go to human clinical trials. Amazing story. Amazing. Go back and watch it. I'm not even going to we talk for 90 minutes. It's worth every bit of it. It'll change your life. All right. Me and y'all today. We're talking about self-love in the month of June. Let's give you a working definition for self-love, shall I? Self-love, an appreciation for oneself that grows from actions supporting your physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Treat yourself with the same compassion, respect, and care you would a close friend. I went even deeper to say relative, child, may be stretching a bit because I know how much love we have for our kids. Some of y'all have love like that for your furry kids. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Some of y'all have furry children. Furry, Furry. Because I don't need nobody hitting me up like, what? Y'all get it later. I have a comedic mind. Either get with it or leave. Oh, and I do blocks. I can't see what people are saying right here, but happy. Thank you, everybody that's tuned in. Hey, Diane. Hey. What's going on, Jen? Welcome. I got two Gina. All right. Hey, yay. Yay, yay. Hey, yay. Yesterday was Ice Cube's birthday, or day before, whatever. Sorry. All right. Like I said, June is self-love month. I gave the working definition of self-love. We'll hit on it again. But today we're talking about embracing imperfections. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Today we're talking about embracing imperfections, finding beauty in your flaws. Troy, why are you talking about self-love for the whole month of June? Why are you doing these love posts? My mission, one of my missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. I do it in my books, my articles. Shout out to Sheen. That's me in a suit top or a blazer, a tie, and some shorts at the beach. But when we talked about 20 years of taboo. Shout out to my writing partner, Yonda, my best friend, Ishmish. What good, girl? But today, we're going to jump into this embracing imperfections, finding beauty in your flaws. Yesterday, I talked about, and you can see these on the timeline, YouTube, whatever. I talked about forgiving yourself, letting go of past mistakes with compassion towards yourself. Like I said, this is not a religious or it's spiritual. All this is spiritual. We're spiritual beings. It's not a religious broadcast. But it's funny because we talked about, everybody knows one of the greatest commandments that Jesus said, love your neighbor like yourself. Everybody across all spectrums of life, love your neighbor, love your neighbor, love your neighbor. What we don't pay attention to as yourself. And I think that's where we mess up. I always say that people tend to talk to people. We talk to others like we talk to ourselves. Good morning. If you have a friend, because someone has friends that if you thought about it, if you really took time to think about it, you're like, why am I friends with this person? They always get on my nerves. They always aggravate me. We always end up getting in an argument. I was with one friend of mine, and he has a friend, and they get to bickering and arguing And the only reason they ain't get into a fight because they both heavy set. That's it. If they watching this, they know who I'm talking about. They both, y'all wasn't gonna get y'all big asses up and throw. That's the only reason y'all ain't fighting. Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Huh? The eating and drinking and smoking a cigar? I'm saying, man, you shut up. You shut the fuck. I'm like, y'all really huffing. And I'm between, let me move. Because if one of y'all throw them big arms, I'm push one of y'all. Can't, they too big to lift. Anyway. How people talk to others and about others is usually how they talk to themselves in their mind, even if they don't say it out loud. And I'm big on body language too. I am not, let me say this also, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a licensed family therapist. I'm a writer, comedian. Why I talk about sex, love, and relationships. I've been doing a tour about it. And I write books about it and articles about it. And it's just my mission in life. I am going to get a degree before I leave this planet, at least a bachelor's in psychology. And I am working on some other stuff because I heard what y'all said last week and I'm looking into it. So I'm not going to say anything till it's done. But this is just part of my mission to help men and women communicate better in love. And the internet is vast and I read a lot and blah, 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 yakety smackety. That's my credentials. Ask about me. Google me. But I like this topic today, embracing imperfections, finding beauty in your flaws. And at one point in time, you would think that I'm mainly talking about women. I am talking to guys. I have a guy friend. We sat yesterday. And at a time, I kind of had to say to him, yo, it's a beautiful house here. You have a job. You have other ways to make money. You have a nice car. You're 60 and in great shape. But I know he's went through a lot of loss, people passing away. I know how his relationship was with his mom. You know, life is perspective, people. Life is perspective. Life is perspective. What is that song? Merrily, merrily, merrily. Row, row, row your boat. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. That's funny because it kind of is. If you see these posts by Steve Harvey, hey, if y'all can dream it, y'all, it's in your mind. Your imagination is a preview. I can't do Steve Harvey impersonation, but I'll leave that to Godfrey. But you know what I'm saying. What about a doctoral? Look, I don't have, I'm going to say this one more time. Come on, Jen. Everybody's perspective. It's early in the morning. You got me using P's and TH's, y'all. I'm from Baltimore. Carpe diem. Make sure you follow them too. I don't mind a doctoral, but I'm 51. Let me get a bachelor's first. I started some college courses in psychology 2021. And when I was studying on capacity, and I'm going to get to, this is why it takes so long for me this is why I do an hour, because I get to talking to y'all. And when I was studying on capacity, I lost my capacity. It's funny, but I'm being serious. I was studying the thing that I found out what it was of why I hit the block. Some of us would be like, oh, I'm a procrastinator. No, you might have just hit your limit on some things. You might have to dump and find the most positive way to do it, mentally, emotionally, taking a walk, having some downtime. I'm building out a studio and an office space, and ironic, right? In Burbank. But 2021, I'm doing some stuff with Sheen Magazine. We're in the midst of pandemic. I'm doing, hey, what's up? What's up, brother? I'm in the midst of, we got to connect, brother. I want to see, you know what I'm saying? I get a call from someone, and I'm going to get into the topic. I'm going to get a call from someone about my mother who passed in 2020, some land she had, her property in Louisiana. This person who called me, I didn't know who she was. And as I found out who she was, I just could laugh. Because it was my mother's husband's new wife. And it hadn't been that long. So I don't even know who this woman is. And I'm giving this to y'all. And I believe I also did a YouTube thing about this because I was so upset. I wanted to make sure I made a broadcast about it and let it out. Some stuff you don't let out until after it's done. Or some stuff that I'm going through, y'all will never know because it involves the dearest person to me in life. That's all I'll say on that. And when it's done, it'll be done. But that's where I trust in God. And we have to trust in God with certain things. Because some of y'all get on here and share everything straight out the bed. I can't believe this man married, But get that call. At the same time, I'm getting the opportunity to write my first cover story for a national magazine on one of my living legends in my life, Kathy Hughes. If you know me and know my media background, I started with Clear Channel in 2000. Kathy Hughes, Urban One, Radio One, TV One. And I get to sit down with this woman, which ended up being 2 interviews, upwards of 3 hours. And then Sheen let me write the article too. Yeah, too much. Sheen let me write the article too. I go on my computer. I think it was University of Arizona, something. I go on my computer to go into my class, which I'm doing great in the writing classes, English, doing my first thing. And I couldn't open the course. I didn't want to open. I would shut down. And I've seen that in other spaces in my life before. Capacity, y'all. We all have a certain capacity. And some of y'all haven't hit the wall before in your life. You're doing everything for everybody else. And I'm not going to use that excuse because some of us, I do everything for everybody. That's why we're talking about self-love. We're only supposed to love our neighbors. This is what Jesus said. This is a Jesus quote that everybody quotes. Love our neighbors, love our neighbors. As its second greatest commandment is about loving our neighbors. First is about loving God. Second is about loving our neighbors. They sitting with Jesus, they eating, they chilling. What's the greatest commandment? Well, the first one, love God as you love yourself. Love God, right? But the second is just as important. Paraphrasing, but this is what he said. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That means loving God, loving each other, and loving yourself, the most important loves. But love yourself. Most of us don't love ourselves. We don't. We tolerate ourselves. So, self-love, working definition one more time, and we're going to jump in. What is self-love? And appreciate all that to say that, yes, I'm going to get a bachelor's. I don't know when, but I'm going to get it. Then we'll think about master's and doctoral. But you said doctoral, Ish. And I know you're a Dr. Ish. I had doctors on here yesterday, and the doctors be popping in. I thank y'all for popping in and listening to this uneducated mofo. Seize the most fantastic day. I made me a special Java this morning. Man, I got to get a coffee pot in here. Okay, anyway. Self-love, working definition one more time. An appreciation for oneself that grows from actions supporting your physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Treat yourself with the same compassion, respect, and care you would a close friend. Today we're talking about embracing imperfections, finding beauty in your flaws. Let's go in. And all of this stuff is Googleable. So you can go back and watch them and blah, blah, blah. Embracing imperfection means releasing the toxic pressure to be flawless. Woo! Woo! Come on, preach, Google thing. Embracing imperfections means releasing the toxic pressure to be flawless. By reframing flaws as unique parts of your human journey, you cultivate genuine self-acceptance and unlock authentic growth. Much like the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi. Any Japanese people out there? Wabi-sabi, which finds beauty in things that are incomplete, weathered, and impermanent. Wait a minute. All right, see, I do deep dives when I see a word that I'm not sure. Yeah, impermanent. not lasting forever. It refers to something that is temporary, passing, or subject to change. Imbinaccio, I don't know if I said that right, but welcome. All right, one more time. Embracing imperfections means releasing the toxic pressure to be flawless at a time when everybody's doing filters and now you got AI. Let me tell y'all something. I thought the Bambi filters were gangster. I thought y'all were losing y'all mind when you wanted to look like a deer, when you made yourself with the big doe eye. The big doe eyes, the big Disney eyes and the face and the eyelashes. I thought that was crazy. AI, when I see, look, I've seen brothers put up websites, and I had to hit up one of my brothers. Big shout out to my man, DeAndre Landis. Love you, bro. LA biz guy. And I had to go to him. I was like, yo, who is this? I showed him the about page. He said, yo, I don't know. Some of y'all, are y'all looking? Some women, and I love y'all ladies, and everybody, don't go changing to try to please me. You never been that time before. Big shout out to Billy Joe. I don't have rights to that. I love you just the way you are, and always a woman to me. She's only a woman to me. Billy Joe. Guys, you need to listen to that song when you're losing your mind about your woman. Go listen to Billy Joe. She's always a woman, only a woman to me. But ladies, speaking of imperfections, and I know you put the foundation on to even out your skin, then you add a little bit of color to make sure you just, and then you add in some more stuff, and then you put some highlights, and then then the next thing you know is like, and you put the Asian eyes on, and you already African, the original Asians, and you are just. All right, embracing imperfections means releasing the toxic pressure to be flawless at a time when everything online is trying to make us flawless and our children don't even know the difference. By reframing flaws as unique parts of your human journey, you cultivate genuine self-acceptance and unlock authentic growth, much like the Japanese philosophy wabi-sabi. 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 Oh, what did I just do? Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Wabi-sabi. Which finds beauty in the things that are incomplete, weathered, and impermanent. Things that are passing. This is from LynnSchroeder.com. Thank you, Lynn. Why flaws make you beautiful? Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Yeah. Why flaws make you beautiful? Authenticity. Perfection is often perceived as a robotic or unapproachable. Perfection is often perceived as robotic or unapproachable. Quirks and mistakes allow people to connect with the real you. That's one of the reasons I like live. That's one of the reasons I wanted to make sure I went live. Shout out to sidebar. Funny story. I do this, and thank y'all for watching my comment videos. I do this comment video on this lady who burnt her hand fixing something, and I start singing Princess Get Off. She was like, ah! I was like, get off. You know, it's funny. Same day, same time, I'm doing some work, this, that, and other, and I love cast iron skillets. I set the cast iron skillet down, and my hand hits the back of it. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a burn mark. But in the video, I told her, baby, we all burn ourselves. I keep pot holders everywhere. You love to cook, keep some pot holders. Commercial. Don't burn yourself. All right. Authenticity. Perfection is often perceived as robotic or unapproachable. Hey, total goddess. Quirks and mistakes allow people to connect with the real you. That's why I love live. That's why I always love live radio, live TV. I love IG live. I got to get back into Facebook live. I'm going to start doing some TikTok lives, mainly for sales and marketing stuff. Because if you saw the video, some people was like, Troy, I didn't know you cut hair. You had to be from Baltimore, really, to know that I was a master barber by trade and owned a barbershop before I started my entertainment company. it was always a part of my plan since high school to eventually either have a chain of barbershops, a big barber situation, or interactively since high school, way before social media and all this stuff. So it's always been a part of my plan to use this. As I've gotten older, I wanted to do more training and I wanted to use it. And as I've seen that people use the barber experience as their platforms to do their podcasts from and their talk shows and stuff like that, I would see people talking, but I wouldn't see anybody cutting because they're not barbers. I'm a master barber, so I can cut and talk. And shout out to my man Garrett Dixon, because him and their crew did it. And my man Vernon Miles does cutting up. So it's just a part. And for the man culture, and we can go back into the history, post-slavery, right afterwards, Reformation, when a lot of millionaires came through the hair industry because most of the barbers and service jobs were done by African Americans and former slaves. Most of those jobs were done by them, and it was a very lucrative business. Everybody needed it. So there's a lot of culture in the barber history. I'm a cook and all this stuff. But I love live because you guys get to see the imperfections. This is me. This is no filter. This is just me in the morning. These little bags that seeing. Thank goodness for the shea butter I'm using. You'll hear about that product. But me bald, me gray. If you see any boogies in my nose, they're real boogies. Let me know. Don't have me on here live and it's stuff in my nose. I'm trying not to cuss, but don't let shit in my nose and I'm on here live. Then later on, it's like, Troy, you had this thing dangling the whole time. I wanted to say something, but the computer was... No, call me. DM a message. Say, yo, check your nose. But now, mind you, I'm getting gray. So, I'm having another day. I had one of these on. I don't know if it's a quarter zip or what. Had a sweater on. I was like, a piece of lint. Ow! It was a gray hair sticking through my shirt. And I pulled it. It was me. Imperfections and flaws. Allows people to connect with the real you. Now, ladies, I know we harp on y'all about the makeup thing and this, that, and other, but yo, you're beautiful just the way you are. Don't go changing to try to please me. You never been that type before. That was from Medium Ricardo Santos, talking about authenticity. Lazarus JW, what it do? Why flaws make you beautiful? Authenticity. Another reason is evidence of life. Just as scratches, bruises, or scratches on a well-loved wooden table tell a story, your flaws are a physical and emotional map of the life you have. Yes. Anybody who has, like, I don't know if y'all can see that. See this mark? That wonderful mark. These marks here. I had chickenpox twice. That's an old school chickenpox mark when I was little. You know, it's marks. I could show parts of my body, like Lethal Weapon. Remember they were showing each other's bruises and then they got it in. I'm not saying that that's foreplay, but for some people love their wounds. Like, there ain't nothing, boy. I've been shot and went through here and came out here and did. But I have some childhood bruises, the scratches on your elbows, your knees, life. It shows life. Like a tree and the rings, they can tell how old a tree is from looking at its rings. Life. This is a sign of life that we lived. Evidence of life. Catalyst for growth. Mistakes are not failures. They are the stepping stones where resilience and creativity... Oh, that piece of evidence of life came from Creek Haven Inn and Spa. Okay. Where you at, Creek Haven? Catalyst for growth. Mistakes are not failures. They are the stepping stones where resilience and creativity are born. Catalyst for growth. Mistakes are not failures. They are the stepping stones where resilience and creativity are born. Jen, you're a singer. You're a songwriter. I see you did that Southern soul music. She a bad one too, y'all. Ooh. Oh, sorry. She does that Southern soul music. That... You hear anybody from down south sing, you know they sing with all kinds. You want my love? Ooh, you dip up. Hey, dicka-dum. When you hear those, when you hear that Southern soul music and they close it, when a woman starts singing and close her eyes, or man. And guys, we got to get back into singing love songs, That's why Keith Sweat's still touring. That boy was, oh, my baby, I'm down. Let me stop talking about Keith Sweat, because Keith Sweat is running up on dudes. Keith Sweat almost ran up on Kevin on stage, and I favor him a little bit. So I don't want nothing with nobody want the sweat. Nobody want the smoke with sweat. It's like a barbecue. Anyway, we want to smoke this and the sweat from the smoke. Get that roux. All right. That's from Medium Ricardo Santos. Medium. All right. But mistakes are not failures. They are stepping stones to where, as we know, we learn from our mistakes. I remember one time, I'll never forget this, and this was profound. My daughter's working on her math stuff. She's in her room, and she's just spinning. And she's getting older. She's going through her stuff. And I'm like, yo, just work it out. Let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up if you run into something, because the way this computer program does, it takes you to the next level if you're getting them right. But if you start getting them wrong, Zoe, it's going to keep giving you. I don't want you to start tripping. I go in there, she's tripping, halfway crying, pissed off. It's like, I'm just mad at myself because I don't know these answers. I think she was like 10, 11. I was like, Zoe, you're doing this to learn. You don't know it. You've never learned it. How would you know the answers? And I never thought of that. Are you mad at yourself for not knowing the answers to something you've never learned? Have you ever been mad at yourself for not knowing the answers to something that you had to learn through life? Man, I didn't know that was going to happen. No. An accident. I can understand an accident. I can't believe this accident. Me and my boy was riding, had a fender bender. Now, I know why he was upset, because I know the value of his car. And he's one of those guys. He's a car guy. And it wasn't his fault. And it was something that could have been avoided. And it's the hassle, and it's the thing. But have you ever had something that happened and you're upset with yourself about something that happened, as if you could have stopped? I'm not talking about things we can avoid. You hanging with that one person, I told y'all that you shouldn't even be friends with him. You guys, big guys at the table, man, F you. I'm like, well, are y'all about to swing, or y'all just smoking cigars talking? I don't like this tension. Where are the women? We get upset with ourselves learning something that only life can teach us. And then we get upset with ourselves and carry it for a long time. Only life can teach us. I'm so thankful. Let me take a pause. I'll give a shout out to my sponsors, the people I rock with. They're in the captions after this, but I'm going to keep rocking out. We get upset about things that we can't avoid or change, and we only learn through life, and we get upset with ourselves about it, and we can't do that. It's a catalyst for growth. Mistakes are not failures. They are the stepping stones where resilience and creativity are born. Okay, how to shift your perspective. Remember, we're talking about life and love and all that. It's about perspective. How to shift your perspective. Practice self-compassion. We've been talking a lot about self-compassion these 2 weeks. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to your closest friend. Acknowledge that everyone struggles. Give yourself space and grace. Look in that mirror. I've told people time and time again, y'all be like, hey, you are wonderful. You are doing a great job. You look good. You're 51. You look good. You need some water because your voice is raspy. You're starting to sound like KC now. Just talk. Hoo-yeah. Okay, better. Look in this mirror and say, you are wonderful. You're doing a great job. You're beautiful. I love you. Keep doing it. You're an amazing man, amazing father. You're going to be an amazing husband when that comes time. You're a friend. And that. Big yourself up. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Because when you talk to yourself in the mirror and you give yourself love, you're talking to every part of yourself. the 5-year-old, the 10-year-old, the 13-year-old, the 21-year-old, all of that. We've seen the Michael movie, and his nephew Jafar that did a phenomenal job. Said he was amazed by how many books of affirmations and notes of affirmations his uncle kept all over the place on the mirror, and talking to himself, saying he was going to be the greatest entertainer of all time, saying he was going to do this, telling Quincy Jones that, watch, we're going to sell 100 million albums. He was like, Off the Wall just sold 10 million. That's diamond. That's amazing in and of itself. No one sold 100 million albums. Guess who did? Mike. Hey, young lady. I was just talking about looking in the mirror, giving yourself some love. What up, nephew? All the way from Louisiana, not St. Louis. I was just talking about you. This right here, because I tell people to look in the mirror, this little mirror that was, I was trying to remember where I got it from, and I remembered. This little mirror, I keep this around, not only to check my eyes, because, you get older, your eyes start filtering out dirt, you have cold in your eyes. And sidebar, you ain't gotta be my woman. If we somewhere and we talking, I don't do it to guys. I just tell guys, yo, you got a boogie in your nose. Yo, you got something in your eye, this side right here. Something in your nose, you got some food in your mouth. It's some of y'all women that can't, women and men, some of y'all, food is gonna be on your mouth. Some of y'all women with the things, it's gonna be on your joint. I don't care who you are. If you're a woman, as long as you're not married, I'm probably hey, come here. Come here, shorty. I'm probably gonna go and get it. It's just the way I was. My mom, she was a nurse. I came up around nurses. Women didn't look. That's one thing I can't say about mothers, especially black women. Black women don't play. Real black, don't have me sitting talking for a long period of time and it's something somewhere. Don't do that. In public, man, if I get back somewhere and I see something in my eye, I say, how long was that? Did you see cold in my eye earlier? Oh, I thought you knew. Knew? How I'ma know? You ain't no friend. Get away from me. Okay. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. All month of June, we talking about self-love. We talking about Grandma gonna get you together. What? You already know. Betty didn't. Not only she gonna feed you, she gonna make sure you got some food on you. Come here. Did you wash your face today? And then she gonna let you know. Did you wash your face today? They can tell. Did you? I know you didn't brush your teeth because your breath rocking. Go in the bathroom. There's a washcloth in there. There's some toothbrushes in the drawer. Where's that love? Thank you, Mom. Self-love. Working definition of self-love real quick if you just tuned in. Self-love, an appreciation for oneself that grows from act. Don't worry. If you're getting this live, it's going to be on my digest. It's going to be on my page. It's going to be on YouTube. If you want the past 12 that we've done this month, it's on my YouTube channel, Troy Rawlings Live. What is self-love? An appreciation for oneself that grows from action, supporting your physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Treat yourself with the same compassion, respect, and care you would a close friend. Forehead to your chin. What, man? Let me tell you. Dion Cole, and I'm gonna get back into it. This is why I love live, because the imperfections and stuff. And today, y'all, we're gonna talk about embracing imperfections, finding beauty in your flaws. It's important to love ourselves. We're trying to love our neighbors. We're trying to love in relationships. We're trying to love our children, and we don't love ourselves. It's damn near impossible. I would damn near say we're coming from an empty place. If you ain't got no money and somebody asks you for some money, I ain't got it. There's a difference when you got money in your pocket, somebody asks you for money and say, oh, I can't help you. You got it, but you don't want to. Yeah. And you can send this to them later too. If they need the link or anything, I'd send it to them. But if somebody asks you for money, you ain't got it. If you ain't got it. But if you got money in your pocket, you ask you, like, oh, I can't help you. But if you ain't got it, you look at them with a different, I ain't got it. We talked about capacity a little bit earlier. Some of us have ran out of capacity a decade ago, and we're still trying to function on this falsehood of how to love people and stuff like that. And we haven't built our self-love. We haven't built up a reserve of anything inside. And these are techniques, these are ways. The month of June is important because, and I'll talk about it some more, but these next 52 weeks, part of my mission in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. I'm not a therapist nor psychologist, so I'm just Googling, and I've just been a writer. I've just been doing a sex, love, relationship tour for 22 years. It's just a part of my mission. I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, I'm an author, I'm a comedian, I'm a dad, I'm a friend, just a normal dude. I'm a media personality. Kind of dope. Sure, Rawlings, you pretty amazing. Everybody don't have a big mirror like this. You pretty amazing. You. I am going to get a degree, though, for all my doctors and educated people in here. Anyway. All right. Where was I? How to shift your perspective. Let's rock out. Because, see, I told you I was going to try to see how long I do. But when people come in here, we start talking. It's going to be an hour. So you're going to get an hour. Even if I start late, you're going to get an hour. And I'm doing this for you all and doing this live, but this is just how I talk to me. This is just how I learn to love on me. You were pretty amazing too, Jen. You better stop. Don't have me coming down, that living in your purpose. Thank you, baby. If I can help just one somebody. I be messing up the lyrics of songs. Then my living. That was that song that I didn't grow up in church, but when I turned 19, I started going. And rededicated my life to Christ, all that stuff at 19. God did this swoop, using me to get my mother to my brother down Louisiana so she could, heal from drug addiction and all this stuff. God just did I thought I would have been in entertainment earlier, but it was like, get your heart right, get your mind right. That's what we're doing right now. All I'm talking about is getting your heart and mind right. Because some of us are in our 50s, our 60s, and our 70s, and we don't know why we're angry or hurting or stressed or upset with somebody our love reserve, we don't even have. Some of us never had it. Some of us were abused at a young age, have nothing to do with anything you did to yourself. You were abused, you were molested, you were whatever, and you're carrying this kind of fear and stuff. Okay, much love. I'll send you the joint. I'll DM you the joint. Talk to you later, nephew. And it's taking its toll. So I'm just giving you some things to do daily. We'll work out. We'll go to work every day on time. We'll do all this stuff. Man, if you look in that mirror to wash your face, talk good to yourself. Talk nice to me. The song Talk Nice to Me, or whatever you're asking other people. Do it to yourself. Talk nice to yourself. You know what I'm saying? All right, how to shift your perspective. Practice self-compassion. Reframe negative talk. When you fixate on a perceived flaw, ask yourself what it contributes to your uniqueness or what lesson it taught you. Talk to me nicely. You gotta say that to yourself in the mirror. Say 2 nice things to me. You're beautiful, you're sexy, you're wonderful, you're intelligent. You start saying 2 nice things to yourself in that mirror, watch what happens. That thing starts running. What else? You be looking for stuff. What else about me? I'm tall, I'm short, I'm blessed, I'm my kid, Talk good to yourself. Not just the blessings of things you have externally. We talked about self-worth. It's a phenomenal definition for self-worth, but this is the biggest thing. Self-worthiness comes from the fact that you're breathing. Self-worthiness comes from the fact that you're breathing, you exist, you're alive. That's it. It's nothing to do with any accolades or anything outside of you. Self-worthiness is the fact that you're breathing. Start from there. Reframe negative talk. When you fixate on a perceived flaw, ask yourself what it contributes to your uniqueness or what lesson it taught you. Instead of looking at a flaw like something defeating, something debilitating, what did you learn from it? There's a brother named Myron Golden, millionaire, teaches on business, this, that, and other. I think he had polio, but it's like he can hardly walk. He walks well, but he wears his golf gear every day. He plays golf. I take it he takes a cart around, but he looks like he's physically fit up top, and you listen to his life. What are we letting defeat us? A lot of the stuff we let defeat us has to do with stress and mental, the way we think about ourselves. Celebrate the unfinished. What? Let go of waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect project. Value the beauty of things in progress. If I do one thing, I'm going to celebrate me in the midst of the journey. When I realize that this life is about the journey, every day, take every day to celebrate, be thankful, smile, laugh, everything. Over the past couple years have been one of the most stressful things. This is what I wanted to say. And I'll start closing out. See what I'm saying? It's already been an hour. But we're at the end. And that was from grateful.org. Grateful.org. Thank you for that. How to shift your perspective. Celebrate the unfinished. Let go of waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect project. Value the beauty of things in progress. And some of you may have a business, or some of you may have wanted to start a podcast, or some of you may have wanted to start a radio show or blog or write a book. I'm your best friend. I've done it all. I've done all of those things, and I continue to do them on a great level. And me just being consistent in certain things has blessed me. Consistency is a big deal. That's why I get up in the morning and do this. Today I didn't want to do it, y'all. I had a lot on my hand. I've been staying up later, and my alarm still goes up. And my personal mental alarm, 4 a.m., I'm still getting up, and I have to get my rest because I'm getting older. Even if I'm not, rest is essential. If you don't, y'all that are getting older, 40 and over, 30 and over, whatever, there are people having strokes, having heart attacks, getting kinds of palsy. It happens to us all, and we're not taking account that it's stress. And because we look younger now, and we have all these goddamn filters, and AI is not helping. Lord, I've seen some women put up some AI, and it kind of looks like their face, but they dancing and dropping it, and they doing the Michael Jackson. They got hips and dips. I'm like, what did I miss? I thought I saw her yesterday. Anyway, love on yourself. You're good. I lost my train of thought because I saw some chick doing Michael Jackson, literally, and I knew that wasn't her because she's in a wheelchair. That was a joke, the wheelchair thing. They be accepting compliments on the AI pics and all. Yeah. It's one thing if you make it a full cartoon and we get it. Okay, that's an airbrush cartoon, this, that, and that. But your AI pics are doing everything. Okay. Love on yourself, y'all. Today we talked about embracing imperfections, finding beauty in your flaws. Like I was saying, if you're working on any project or need help with a project, I am a consultant. Decades of experience in different businesses, but especially this media thing, social media, books, blogs, radio shows, podcasts. I have a curriculum called Radio and Podcast Etiquette 101 to help people make monetizable radio shows and podcasts. Hit me up. Let's get you started today. There's no perfect time. There's no perfect moment. Get started now. Start the journey. I'm telling you from my own experience, from Baltimore to Burbank, if you get started, you're giving God some space to work with. He'll do the rest. If you get started and start the journey, you'd be surprised what happens. Some of you like, the universe will go according to, yes, just walk, get up, do it. I did not want, here's the funny thing. I was like, man, it'll be all right not to do it today. I'm going to have to do it today. You know why? Because I started and I have episodes in order. And I told myself I was going to do it 5 days a week. I don't care about the time. You know why? Because it's a recorded hour. Thank you, Instagram Live. I'm going to take this. I'm going to download it. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to write the notes to it. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to put it on Facebook and put it on LinkedIn. That's part of my work for the day. I hired myself to do that. Why am I going to diss me? I can't diss me. I'm talking about self-love. I told y'all that's how old heads point themselves. We talking to me? I'm going to do that to me. Why are we pointing ourselves with all our fingers? Old head and this big ass Arsenio hands too. I'm going to do that to me. Can't diss me. Look in the mirror today. One of your mirrors. This is the joint. This right here. This is, let me check my eye. Check my nose. Gray hairs. You know what's so dope about having gray hairs? This is a sign of wisdom. I cut my friend and business partner here at MBA, which it's funny because I thought it was one name and then it was Mailbox and Social. So MBA Golf. We have a health and wellness store here now, and I'm building out the studio and shop boutique in the back. And it's crazy how things come together. Just opening your mouth and talking about your vision, y'all. So if you need help with anything that you're working on, DM me. And don't forget you can get the ebook and all that yada, yada, yada. Good stuff. But thank y'all for rocking with me this morning who tuned in live. I think this was the most interactive live I've had. May have been because I did it a little later. But I literally wasn't going to do it this morning. I might have did it later. I might have doubled up. But it was for me. Thank you, Ish. Any morning you can come in. And what are your degrees in, Ish? I know you're a doctor. I know you at least have a master's. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was education. But thank you for coming in. Share this with somebody that's doubting themselves, that's stuck. Please go back if you need YouTube links. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, both of them. Troy Rawlings Live. You're a nurse. I love me some nurses. Ain't nobody freakier on the planet than nurses too. Let me say that. That I know from my mama. Say what you want. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Let's wrap, Jen. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something else, Jen. Probably inappropriate. But ain't nobody freakier than the nurses. Let me say that. I hope your kids ain't watching these. Ain't nobody on this planet freaking. Because they deal with, they're so used, you haven't, oh, Lord. As we start getting old, y'all women can make a man shut up. All right, and ladies, let me say this. And I have to get through self-love before I get to the really fun. Anybody that knows me who has been to any of my Troy Rawlings Live Raw and Cut, I got 2 comedy specials online. Let the proof be in the pudding. I got one raw, uncut, clean. Thank you to the Conscious Comedy Explosion and McKenna and her husband. I always get his name right, Nasara. I always want to say Nasara. She said Nasara. I think she says Nasara. I don't know how she said. But he's from New York, but he got an African name. So I got Raw and Cut Clean on my channel, and I got 50. Raw and Cut Clean is dope because you get to see my interactive show that I do with people, my gift of taking their questions out of the bucket anonymously and doing the improv and everything on them. So I got over 2 hours of comedy based on sex, love, and relationships and just life experience on there. So check it out, have fun. It's for adults only. Both of them, even the clean one is for adults only, so be mindful. But yes. But this is because nurses deal with everything. They've seen it all. Poop, blood, throw up. If anybody can deal with that and be smiling and taking care of wiping somebody's butt, what you gonna do with a nurse? They've seen every bodily fluid known to man. You ain't stunting no nurse. Ain't nobody freakier than nurses. And on that note, but that's when my mom was, rest in peace to my mom, my dad, He's like, and an exclamation point, and do all the stuff the young I can. Enjoy yourselves today, y'all. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I have a blog coming out with Reach LA Angels today. Big shout out to some of my sponsors. Flamin' Pasta. If you're in Los Angeles, go check out Flamin' Pasta. Some of the most delicious pasta in the world. It's like, and you can run in it. It's a to-go spot in a little restaurant. But my man Manny and his wife, they doing it. Milton Breeze, Urban Ballroom Dancing in the DMV. If you want to learn that hand dancing, go holler at Milton. Make sure you follow him. Barbara Solomon will be doing a segment on this show. I keep saying it until she brings her behind over here, and we get that started. So hopefully, if not this week, next week we start rocking. Peace, Mish. Oh shit. If not this week, next week we start rocking with Barbara Solomon's topic. She is a griot. She is a writer, dancer. She has an amazing children's book out, which I think is like perfect coffee table. Like I have to start ordering them just to put on my coffee table and stuff because it's more than just a children's book. It's a history book. Shout out to Barbara Solomon, my man Tony Rawlings with Steel City Cigars, Bad Juju Golf, Eddie and the family, Golf Apparel Company. I'm getting my golf on, getting it together. I don't feel right wearing the Bad Juju gear. I do. I wear it. I sport the hat. But I'm going to get my Bad Juju gear together. And I got my waist because you got to be able to tuck, to wear the gear properly, you got to be able to tuck it in your pants. So the good thing about golf is going to make you get in shape. You got to work these abs. Lynn Connor. Love you, Lynn Connor. Check out Lynn Connor, and she has an amazing dispensary. I don't know if it's amazing or not because I don't indulge, but I'm sure the way people who go to dispensaries, and I've worked at a couple. Yeah. Destiny Overdrama, my girl Renee. Shout out to Tasty W's. Shout out to everybody. Reinvent Martita is another one I'm going to be bringing on for a segment. Martita has some great stuff for you women going through menopause or rolling up on it. That girl got some testimonies. And you can watch the interview I do with her. If you need any of my interviews or any links, DM me. If you want the ebook, DM me. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Love y'all. God bless. One love.